Ain't that a shame? We is live. We is live. Y'all know we live because we is live. We is live. We is live. We is live. Y'all know I have to go on here and do my settings. I'm gonna need y'all to stop judging me. It's Facebook. It ain't me. Oh, I don't want to edit the post, Lord Jesus. I want to edit privacy settings. Here we go on that public. Bring it back. We public. All right. Hey, good evening, beautiful people. Y'all already know what time it is. It is your girl, Gina G, with Chit Chat in the Closet. Y'all probably like, where's she at? I'm 3 minutes late. Where are y'all at? Okay, that's what I want to know. Y'all need to come on and slide on in here because I got my girl, Angel Gaines. Okay, y'all do not want to miss this episode. I have not seen her in a while, but just the 2 minutes we've been on here, it's like I've seen her yesterday. Okay, so y'all already know what time it is. Let me go ahead and throw this on here for y'all. My girl, Nye, ain't here tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I got to coordinate, I got to multi-coordinate. So I got to walk and chew gum. So I'm going to try to do it all right now. But I did it in the beginning. I'm acting brand new. Let it get started, y'all. Come on.
Just chit chat, chatting. In the closet. In the closet. Where you at? I'm in the closet.
Chit chatting. What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you so much for tuning in to Chit Chat in the Closet with your girl, Gina G. Gotta get up for my sponsor, It's a Hair Wrap, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Make sure you order It's a Hair Wrap. And no, it ain't what I got on my head right now. I don't need the judgment. I already feel the eyes of judgment back there. But y'all know how it is when you got your wig braid up. So don't worry about what's under this cap. I just need y'all to just focus, okay? Focus on the task at hand, all right? And it's my girl, Angel Gaines. She is an actress, a stand-up comic, a writer, producer. She's the reason why I am a comedian. I'm telling you, I wasn't thinking about nothing until this lady right here said, come on, Gina, come on out here. And the rest is history. So I want y'all to put some hearts, some claps, do something. Y'all know what to do in these doggone comment sides, y'all. It's my girl, Angel Gaines. First of all, is that a microphone? First of all, is that a microphone?
That's a mic. This is a microphone.
Okay, first of all, I thought you was holding it at first. That's why I was like, no, she ain't ready to come on stage.
Look, hey, how y'all doing tonight? Let me just go stand up. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah. Girl, if you don't knock it all the way off, as lazy as I got, you see my little Tonight Show, Johnny Carson. You see the curtain? Girl, listen, that's how I got to make this money in this quarantine. These corporate shows, honey.
So the corporate background, you can't have your jeans. You telling me you can't have your jeans in the background?
They want it to look a little, professional. So I'm here for it. Went downtown LA and got me some Santa Claus fabric because it's a whole Santa suit right here. This is about $3. Yes, ma'am. $2 a yard. They don't know about that. G. Come on, now. They don't know.
I don't even know about downtown LA, but if you know, you already know she got a whole yard or 3 for the low price, especially when it's that Santa print. What you call it? The Santa print, the Santa suit.
Santa suit. That's the Santa suit, honey. The velour.
Puff Daddy was wearing. What Puff Daddy and them and Sean John wearing the velour back in the day?
We thought that was so fly. Oh my God.
And it was really sexy. Like they was slim and they wore them kind of baggy a little bit. Why did we like that?
We don't know better.
We don't know better.
We don't know. Girl, we were just coming fresh out of two-tone leaves.
Don't tell nobody. Don't tell these kids that. Girl, these kids don't need to know.
We was coming. Listen. I watch these little kids on TikTok and they are discovering those outfits. Like I saw one little girl excited that she found skirts. She was like, "Oh my God, it's shorts!" And she was like, "You're not going to believe this."
A skirt, Angel? Are you for real?
They are discovering this stuff, like So don't be surprised when your son come in the house and be like, "Mom, I need to get these two-tone leaves." You're gonna be like, "What?"
boy, I should have never threw him away. I gave him away.
Girl,
Gave him away.
they all coming right on back round. Well, first
Coming
of
up
all,
just like the 70s. But yeah, I'm gonna say, first of all, can I say, because we talking like we just spoke and seen each other yesterday. So first of all, y'all, this is Angel Gaines, straight from, well, I don't know if you're not, are you from Los Angeles?
no, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. But hold up though, but I've lived in LA since 99. So people really, but I don't claim LA. I don't have a high school here. You know how y'all be like, I'm from it. I'll probably like, okay. And I teach for LAUSD, and I can tell you're not very educated.
I already know what type of person you are. Yes.
And it wasn't your fault. It was
Savannah.
Who is?
I didn't know you were from Savannah. I'm from Georgia. I think you was a Georgia peach girl.
You're from Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I'm from Decatur.
I think we discussed that like a long time ago when we initially met.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you one of those people, Gina, that you don't miss beats with you.
Wow.
It's just that connection, and that's why I said I just want to take a moment to tell you how proud I am of you. I'm like, my girl got a show, followers, shows. I said, wow, I loved it. And it's all
they acting brand new tonight. They look like they acting a little brand new tonight. But I'm not even gonna judge them. The playback. I'll be all right with the playback.
You on top of your game.
Oh my God.
Honestly, yes.
Angel, it's because of you. Like I'm so serious. It's literally because of you. First of all, how long have you been doing comedy?
94 was my first time on stage.
You are like, girl, you don't look like you was doing nothing 94, but in the 5th grade or something like that. Girl, what you mean?
Baby, I'm a whole 45. You see how I got these Monique edges? I call it the Monique edges. I ain't get the updated wigs yet, but when I already got these Monique edges. When you get the Monique edges, you be getting funnier. You know what I'm saying?
You got up on the new ones yet. You ain't got up on the new edges yet.
That Monique edges, honey. Yes.
God. What got you started? You know what I'm saying? Like, what got you started doing comedy?
This is so interesting, okay? Because you're going to be like, I didn't know that. So in 94 was the first year I went to college. I went to the University of Georgia. And all my life, I did not know that I wanted to be a comedian because I didn't know that was possible. I just thought that the people were just these lucky people that just got to be on TV every day. Like they did a lottery and I just didn't get my name picked, right? I didn't know, because in the South, we don't know what's real, what's real, right?
Yep.
So all my life, I remember first in elementary school, I was behavioral, and you always know comedians. You always know those are the ones that will be performers, because we don't do well in structured environments.
No, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
And we got to talk.
Sit right next to the teacher.
Two qualities. We talk, and we don't get along well in group projects. That's a comedian.
You better tell it. That's the truth.
I'm telling you, it's an anatomy of comedians. And so from having that childhood, getting to college, it was all these talent shows. And so first time I did a talent show, they were just like, we just want to see who wants to come up and do something. So I got up, went to the DJ, and I said, do you have the Michael Jackson Bad song? I did the entire choreography. The entire. The play in a Nautica bright yellow jacket. Don't play with me in 94. I still had.
Did you have a windbreaker? Did you have a Nautica windbreaker?
And I did. Excuse me, and it was the 3/4 length.
Ooh.
So I went with the big pockets in the front.
Yeah, right in the front, where you put your stuff in the front with the Nautica.
Don't chit chat with me in the closet, baby. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. So, girl, I get up there, I do the routine. Everybody loses it. Cracking up, right? So then there's another talent show. But honestly, I really wanted to be a singer. I really wanted to sing. But there was this girl on campus who could do all the Monica runs and the Brandy runs. And she was going to be in the competition. And I was like, I don't sing like that. But I wanted to sing, right?
Yeah.
Girl, I signed up for the talent show to sing. Girl, I saw that girl. I said, ain't no way in the world I'm about to be get up here and sing. So I said, I know. I won't be a quitter. What I'll do is I'll tell the MC to introduce me as a comedian. Because in 94, they booed you. Like, they'll be like, coming to the stage, so-and-so. If you wasn't famous, they just went, boo. All So then I can get out there and be like, oh, y'all booed me? Okay. All right, I'm out.
All right, I'm gone. Bye, y'all.
Right?
Thank you.
Right? Because then I wouldn't be a quitter. The MC get out there. Okay, y'all, we got a freshman coming to the stage. Ain't gonna be no disrespect. Ain't gonna be no booing. I was like, no. Why you do this?
Yeah.
I had to go out there and think on my feet and came up with Comedy 101 jokes, which I tell everybody all the time. Comedy 101, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. White people do this and black people do that. That's Comedy 101. Get on stage for the first time because that's all you're going to be comfortable with as a black artist, right?
Okay, right.
Did my Michael Jackson, R. Kelly joke, the worst joke ever. Do I remember it?
I was about to say, I can't even imagine what your R. Kelly was in 94.
It was so bad.
94.
It was so bad. It was something like, what? Could you imagine R. Kelly and Michael Jackson in kindergarten together singing their ABCs? You already know where this is going. And it went blue, 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 right? So I'm just standing there.
You bombed, Angel?
Is that the word for it? I think bomb is polite. Did I? I ain't know what I was doing. And that's the thing about comedy is that when you come into it, no one knows what they're doing. That's the whole beauty of it. You have to get up there and figure it out.
Yeah.
Especially in the early days. And then when you start branching out to different audiences, you got to figure them out. Church is different from club. Club is different from corporate. Corporate is different from people who know you. People who know you are the hardest, right?
They are the hardest.
Girl, I get up there, I do the joke. I'm sitting up there as crickets. Nobody will say something. Finally, this football player, I wish I knew who he was, finally said boo. He went boo. And that moment, the comedian in me, like that was in there dormant, just woke up. Like, I'm here. That's all I needed. Girl, I lit him up. You hear me? I don't know. That's what I say. It's a comedian in you that is sleeping because you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what it is. You don't know what to call it. And it's just like it always takes somebody or some circumstance to pull it out of you. That's the only way you get on stage.
That's true.
And then when I did that, the crowd just lost it, laughing. Now watch this. At that moment, the chair or the president of student affairs came in at that moment. So
perfect.
To him, I look funny because they are, you know how we do, black people.
Run around 3 times. Yeah.
Right. He came up to me after the show and said, I saw your set. You were so funny. George Wallace is coming in 3 weeks. Can you open up for him? Because he needs an opening act. That was my second gig in my life.
Are you serious?
Yes. And to this day, when I see George Wallace, we talk about it. He calls me Willie Banks because Willie Banks was the name of the guy who was the student affairs president of UGA. So he'll go, Willie Banks, what's up, UGA, Willie Banks?
I cannot believe that.
Yes. And then I had a write-up in the newspaper.
Wow.
It was, girl, it was crazy. And then from there, it was every single black comedian that came to University of Georgia. I was the opening act.
Like that is, look, that's a story for a new comedian. Do you understand? It's some comedians that's been in the game a minute and ain't opened up for hamburger. Okay, they ain't opened up.
Look, but I'm gonna tell you the caveat to that. Was the most humbling experience was coming to LA because none of those credits transferred. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't in clubs. I wasn't in front of people who didn't share common, experiences. Because my whole set in college was about UGA.
Wow.
The bus system, the food, the dorms, that's all the material was.
Okay. So they got you. They got you. Yeah.
I didn't have to work as hard, right? Came out to LA, and that's where I realized I had to work backwards. And I became a student of comedy. I humbled myself, you know what I mean? Went up to Stepping Up Comedy Club in Inglewood. It was like a buffet. And they like a buffet and comedy. Yes. $10. They call it the water buffet. Because everything.
Kathy, do you remember that? Look, Kathy. I want to know if Kathy remembers that.
Kathy remembers Stepping Up because Vince D was the host. And that's where I met Rodney Perry and all the OGs. All the OGs, right? And they you under your wing, and you had to go up first, and I had to figure it out, and I just had to go from scratch. And it's so beautiful to see everybody from Stepping Up where their careers are now. Is amazing. And so it's like, because it was really a camaraderie, and it was really cool, right? So, and it was clean, and so that forced you to really know how to work clean.
Wow, I didn't know it was. So it was a clean room.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they even had a clean room. I didn't even know that even existed, a clean room.
Girl, that's all I used to do. All the clean rooms, all the church rooms. Back then, all of the clubs, they all had one night of clean. It would be either called squeaky clean, it would be called, something, and church money. And I used to work that circuit. That was my first circuit. Yeah.
Angel.
Then I just kind of.
That's how I feel when I see like Tony Baker, when I see Tahir, when I see Ron G, like I'd be like, dang, I remember when y'all was trying to get up at the J spot and Jay wasn't giving no free drinks, wasn't giving y'all nothing, no water, no seats, nothing. Like I remember y'all. So to see them now, so I know what you mean by when you see the comedians that come from that little circle that you were in, watching you guys from the beginning. Yes. And to see where they are now, that's such an amazing journey.
Yes. And you always,
go ahead.
Yeah. I was saying you always remember the ones who kind of put you on game. You always remember who pulled you aside and said, no, this is how you do this. This is how you do that, And so I remember, I always credit Ron G. You brought him up, and I saw when he was on your show. Ron G taught me work. He was the first one to teach me that there's a work ethic to this. Because I remember he and I were on the show together on Crenshaw. And I was like, all right, great set. We did great. See you later. He was like, what you mean? I'm about to go hit another spot. I was like, wait a minute. We just performed. We're done. He's like, Angel, you got to do it again and again. I said, wait, you supposed to hop around? I didn't know.
I did one show. Okay. I didn't get 8 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, I'm done. He's like, Angel, you get as many as you in. As you get in as many as you can. I was like, oh, okay.
Ron G is something else.
Yeah.
He is something else. Like, he's really like, Ron G is a really special guy, man. And I'm glad that he's finally getting, his just due. And this is just a taste of it. Like, he's got so much more to go, but he's so smart at this. Ron G was at my first bombing gig. So I sure got to.
What?
When I bombed, honey, I bombed bad. I bombed.
Gina G, I'm gonna tell you this, and you hear it from me, and I'm glad it's on tape. If you're not bombing, you're not working hard enough.
That's right.
You can't. It's no more bomb days, because every time you give a new baby, that's your jokes. They're called babies. Every time you have a concept, hey, I'll give you an example. I'm working on a joke right now about interviewers who annoy me with the way that they can't get questions out. You ever see the interviewer do this? So Gina, when you were back up. So when the man came in, wait a second. So when my anxiety, I'd be like, what do you want to know? What is it that you want to know? You see what I'm saying? So you get it because, number one, you're an interviewer, right? But number two, I learned like that's a baby. Okay, that's the premise, right? Now I got to develop that. I got to like create a story. I got to add comedy elements. I got to, do the anatomy of comedy and stand up. And when you go out and try it, it's not going to work. It's like a baby. When the baby start learning to walk, it's going to fall. So David Arnold, because I took his class 3 times. 3 times, or was it 4? I think it might have been 4. I think it was 1, 2. Wait, I can think of the outfits. 1, 4 times.
I cannot with you. What was I wearing? Yeah, no, 3 times.
Red top, the blue top, the brown top, and what did I wear that 4th time? Because that's the set that I don't hardly go back to. Yes, 4 times I took his class, and not because like people like, you don't need classes, you don't need. Let me tell you something. You do you, right? But I'm an educator, right? I'm from the background of learning. And there is nothing in my life that I've ever excelled at without studying it. Wow. And I love studying other people's crafts, the way they do it. I glean from them and create my own system. Mm-hmm. So David Arnold's class was the one who taught me how to work my work ethic. Ron taught me carve out the time and space. You should be doing something. Right? One show's not enough. David taught me what you got to be doing in that time. What you got to be doing in between gigs. When you're driving to the next gig, you're listening to the last one. David taught me it makes a difference. So I was like, oh, right. And every time I would go to his class, I would build a 10-minute set, a 10-minute set, a 10-minute set, right? Then you build an hour. You see? And so people are like, comedy coaches can't teach you how to be funny. That's not what they're doing. They're teaching you the elements of comedy. It's amazing to me how many stand-ups will say, I'm a great stand-up, I'm funny, and you put their joke on paper. They couldn't tell you where the premise was, where the punchline, where the setup, where the tag, which one. They don't know the anatomy of what they're doing. So imagine if you went to any other profession, and the dentist tell you, you know what, one of your teeth have a cavity. I'm not quite sure which one. So
but one of them.
Yeah, let's just fill them all.
The silver cap. Let's just cap them all.
Just to be safe. Like we don't accept that level of mediocrity from anybody else, but comedians are the first to get lazy and the first to go off personality. And if you notice, when it's time to get real Hollywood jobs, when you coming up out these clubs, it's a different ball game. When you're on the Late Show and the Tonight Show, you notice that there's writing happening, right? And so I started teaching level 2 stand-up at Flappers, right?
Wow.
And it's because of being such a student of comedy, I know how to now look at it and break it down and show people the parts and show them formulas. There's so many writing techniques to analyze your punchlines and your jokes. But as, African-American urban comic settings, we really go off of showmanship and personality. And when you really look at the material, it's really basic material. Like, how many of y'all got bad credit? Yeah. I got bad credit too. Yeah. Woo, I got bad credit. And next joke.
We all got the credit is struggling. Stop telling me what I already know. Move on. It's something.
But Gina G be the first one in the green room talking about you stole my joke.
Be the first one. You know I got a joke like that. Now you know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying you stole it, but like, could you not do that joke when we performing together?
Man, when I hear comedians be like, I talk about the 99-cent store.
You think? So you the only one to go to 99-cent store. You the only one.
The only one.
That's crazy that you say that. Like, you are giving me so much game right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I like with how you speaking and what you're telling me right now, I think I'm going off personality. Okay. And like natural talent. And I think, I was kind of thrown into this as you know. So I had to really like you said, like learn like what's going on, respect the craft. And so right now you're making me feel like I need to take a class. I need to take your class. I need to take a class. I don't know if you do it online or what, but I feel like God told you to say that so I can take that and get serious, because I do want to go to another level, and I do want to be able to go on to the night show or go on a daytime talk show, and have daytime talk show jokes and set it up. And I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Because them old men in the club, you be like, he rubbing on you. I can't do that on Ellen. I can't go on Ellen talking about Frederick. I can't go to Ellen talking about Frederick.
And
so
listen,
you really put that on me, though. That's on my heart. I'm going to do that.
But I'm a teacher, and that's what I do. I challenge people to be better. And the only person who can judge that is you. It has to be your own conviction to go, you know what? I need to this, because what you'll do, Gina, honestly, you'll plateau. You will people need to understand this. What you believe and what you understand has taken you as far as you are right now. You're not going any further with what you already have. So like, look around right now. The amount of information that you have in your brain about your money is as rich as you are. You know what I'm saying? The amount of information that you have keeps is at the level every day of the amount of information that you have. So you have to constantly commit to being a lifelong learner. And I'll prove it to you. There's a lot of gaps in comedy, right? Okay. Let's take it all the way back to the 90s. You had the Bernie Mac, the Robin Harris, all of that, Martin Lawrence, all of that in the club, Pontiac Theater, right? The times were different then. So the game that they taught each other no longer applies to us. Right. And there are people who are in 2021 trying to run a comedy career on 1990 rules. Oh, you got to just hang out at the club. Yes. And then somebody gonna pick you. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody picking people.
That's what I've been waiting on. That's why, because I was told. Go to the comedy club and somebody will see you.
Exactly. Those days are old and the ver. They're over. You need to be at a festival. You need representation. You need to be writing. And your comedy, when they see you, you got to have product in hand. It's not, gone are the days where it's, Gina G, you are so funny. You know, I'm thinking them could write a sitcom about no, comedians are writing their own sitcoms. You get what I'm saying? It's too many outlets right now, and everybody's hungry for fresh talent and innovative voices. You got Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max. You got the regular, Epics, FX. You know, they're all producing their own sitcoms. Netflix just put up 2 Black sitcoms, Jamie Foxx.
Yes, I saw the Upshaws. Yep.
Nobody's coming for you. And I want to say that to the people. Nobody is coming for you. You're waiting for people to go, oh, you're good. We're going to put you. No one's going to do. People want managers, agents, and all of them. You know what they're asking for? I got the paper somewhere. This is what they asked for, the submission. Already have a LA casting, your LA casting headshots and everything in account ready. Or send me in a self-tape. The agent, this is before they rep you. Send me a self-tape, meaning you got to have all your stuff, the lighting, know how to do it, the curtain in the back, the blue curtain, classes. Then guess what they said? If you don't have credits, like you're not SAG and you've not been on shows, you need to have this much of a paragraph of training. And guess what they said? Preferably Groundlings, Second City, and UCB.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. And you're wondering why, and people wonder why nobody's picking me and I'm not this and I'm not, because you don't have a resume that says you're a professional. How are you professional? Where's your resume? Why would they pick you? What are you doing differently that somebody else just can't do that they did in the locker room, in the classroom, and in the lunchroom? How is your presentation different? But then you'll hang out in the green room and with the cool kids that done been in high school 6 years.
Yeah, for 17.
Excuse me, doing the same set, right? Yeah. Because they don't take chances and they don't take risks because it's an ego thing. And so if you get trained in this game to just, puff your ego, you're not going to have longevity in this business and you're not going to be able to cross into different things. One of the greatest opportunities I had, Gina, among the things that I do in stand-up and teaching and everything, I studied at UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade. Look it up. That's another great one that when they see it on my resume, they be like, oh, okay, I took sketch writing classes.
What you say? The U? Give me the U. Give me the U. What? The U? What now?
UCB. Just look it up. UCB classes. Everything's on Zoom. For acting, I currently study. Now, let me tell you where I learned this. Oprah. An episode of Oprah where she was saying, you got to have a coach in every area of your life if you want to be successful. And so Lisa Nichols was telling a story when she co-wrote The Secret, right? And she was on Oprah, and that's when they had the conversation. You can look this up on YouTube. Oprah was like, well, Oprah, how many, she said, look at, So Oprah said, Lisa said, who's your life coach to Oprah? And Oprah said, I have many coaches, like for what area? And Lisa was like, oh, you got them. Oprah's like, yeah, I have a finance coach. I have a media coach. I have a this coach, that coach. Yes. Some of which you are very familiar with because she gave them shows. Like Dr. Phil. Do you know that Dr. Phil was her coach for that beef industry lawsuit that she went through?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Dr. Phil is initially was a coach that taught you, how to behave, human behavior, and how to, deal with certain, to coach you through different.
Cash me outside. Cash me outside.
Yeah.
Cash me outside.
So, because you won't stand and you got to say certain things and you can't react certain ways and you got to practice your sentences and your replies, right? That was what he did. And that's how she met him. Now, yes, Kathy,
I had no idea.
Iyanla was one of Oprah's spiritual coaches. And guess what? Iyanla is mine too.
Shut up.
Iyanla deals with regular people. She sure does.
Really?
Her company is called Inner Vision.
Let me tell you something. I don't need nobody on here. This is for me. We could have FaceTime tonight. We should have did.
Listen, I have to give what was freely given to me. I went to her Wonder Woman weekend. It's called Wonder Woman. It's a 3-day weekend. It's intense. Yes. So imagine all her episodes going into.
Girl, I'm crying. I got snot coming down. I'm ready to fall.
I had such a new sense of self and a new connection and a new, what she taught me, a word I never heard of, inner authority. I never heard of that, inner authority. She would say, Angel, where's your inner authority? And I was just like, wow. And so she is a group of women that goes, it's only a certain amount of women they let in during that time, and you pay. And one thing I learned is that wealthy people have no problem investing in their health and in their well-being. And
they will do in a heartbeat.
And let me tell you something. I have learned to spend more money on my food. I have learned to spend more money on my resources and my education. And like
Why,
I said,
why you spend on your food? What you mean, like a better quality, or what you mean by that?
yeah, a better quality.
Okay, stop
You
stop
know?
cheating yourself.
Yeah, and understanding that the cow from Ralph's died way long time ago than the cow from Whole Foods.
That's a 2 week old cow. That's 2 week dead
That
cow.
cow been dead. That cow been dead.
I won't be going to Walmart tomorrow. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm done.
You know?
I'm done with Walmart superfoods because I know them strawberries have been there. Them strawberries, they something from California. No. How long it's gonna get down here?
Yeah, and pesticides and a lot of meat with hormones are messing up your ovaries. They are. But see, we don't want to sit. And so where do I learn this stuff from? I have a holistic doctor who teaches me, India Holloway out in LA. That's what I'm saying. You have to have a team. You understand? And if you don't have a team, you're not growing. Because you know why? You don't have anybody holding you accountable. Who can check you?
That's a fact. Who gonna check me, boo?
That is the first question I ask on dates. When I meet a guy, I say, who checks you? If he don't say my therapist, my life coach, my whatever coach, who gets to tell you you're not doing so great? Who have you yielded yourself to that have a space to hold space for your vulnerability? Who do you get to call and say, I did this today, and they say, holla. That's out of your character. That's not on your vision board. That's not what you want to be. You have to have people who hold you accountable in your life. You get what I'm saying? And it takes a village.
Wow.
Right? And I have a list. In fact, one day I said in my website, I was just going to put like my own bibliography, like the makings of Angel Gaze.
One, we ain't eating them cows that was dead 2 weeks ago. I can tell you that right now.
Exactly. Lean meats. You know, I had to, and so now I had to, and listen, the journeys sometimes take you longer than you expect. And like with weight loss and everything, I had to get more accountability. I had to get a literal class and learn this stuff and, you know, remind you. Just watch and say, you know, it's time for you to stand up. It's time for you haven't moved yet. This is what the watch would be like, bump. You haven't moved. You haven't. Yeah. Have you had water? Where's your water? Accountability from lifestyle changes. But what I used to do, Gina G, is I used to jump on fads. Oh, do this for 30 days. Do this for 60 days. Do this for 10 days. And then when I was done, I went right to Phillips Barbecue and got a rack of ribs and a pint of sauce.
You know Phillips is good. And you know Phillips with that white bread. Come on with that Wonder Bread.
Girl, you know it's bad when you walk in and just start writing your order. That's bad.
Here she comes. She's
right.
here.
I get up to the window. I just hand them the card. I already know what the total is.
Your bag already tied up. Your bag is
too far. It's called going too far. And so that's what I'm saying. And with Iyanla, and even with my acting coach, you know, I go to Richard Lawson Studios. It's on Zoom. I don't understand how you're an actor and you don't have a coach. I don't understand how Oprah, Beyonce, Denzel, Jamie Foxx, all of them have coaches and you don't. I don't get it.
You don't. And you call yourself an actor.
They have management. They have accent coaches. They have trainers. They have people who hold them accountable. These are not luxuries. You think it's fun being trained?
I know it ain't. That's why I ain't been trained yet. I know. That's what the problem is.
And then people will say, oh, well, it's a money thing. No, ma'am. It's levels to everything.
Okay.
Then you need to go to the beginner trainer who's fresh out of college with their sports training degree. And they just need to get clients to show evidence that they can, you know, you just got to learn how to say what you need. And one thing that we don't do is we don't speak what we need. We'll be on social media and we'll say all kind of stuff, but we won't say what we need. You know, I need a trainer that wants to work pro bono for results and for me to post on Instagram.
You know what it is? People don't want to look like they're asking for help. They don't want to look like they don't know already. And that's what I think. At least let me not say people. For me, I guess I don't want to, like I would love to put a post on Facebook, looking for, but now I'm wondering, are other comics seeing me do this? Are they like, she ain't got this, or, oh, I need to do it too now. Or like, I always have these thoughts in my mind, and I don't ask. I do not ask.
And guess what?
I don't ask.
You are in your own way.
Yeah.
Because that's just scripture. Have not because you ask not. And no one's going to come to you and say, oh, Gina, we trying to, make you feel good in front of these other people. So you got to not care about what other people think and say. You know what? One thing David Arnold taught us is stop trying to be the funniest person on the show. When you stop trying to be the funniest person in the room, the smartest person in the room, that's when you grow. But if you got to sit there and pretend like you know anything, what are you welcoming in to challenge your thinking, to take you to the next level? When are you going to be the new girl? T.D. Jakes wrote a book called Instincts, right? Instinct. I think it's an Audible too. It's an amazing book. In Instinct, he said, and Iyanla co-signs this, and I'll tell you how she says hers. T.D. Jakes' book says in Instinct, one chapter, that when you go to the next level, shut up. Don't say nothing. You are there to learn because you ain't been there before. And you don't know what's coming, and you don't know how to navigate. So all you doing is looking and learning. That's it. And the one thing that I did when I started doing corporate comedy is so different. It's the same. You could do your same material, but the pay is great.
Okay.
It's so different. The professionalism, all of that kind of stuff. And it's a whole nother ballgame. It's a whole nother way you act and carry yourself. So when I got there, it was me sitting down and watching. I didn't come up there and then I was on and then I know and then I shut up and learn and pay attention. Oh, they got the red background. Oh, they got higher quality microphones. Oh, they got iPhone products. Oh, they know how to do. Oh, they took that class.
You ain't have to do the same songs like that. Now hold on now. Now come on now, Andrew. You ain't have to do the same songs like that.
I mean, y'all can still exist. I mean, they let y'all on Clubhouse finally.
After this bag and look, please let this Metro phone in there, please.
Exactly. But it's so much, Gina G, it's so much to learn. It's so much to do. Like, one thing that I do is I watch a lot of documentaries and I watch a lot of stuff like Masterclass. I have that app, Masterclass. And I watch Issa Rae's Masterclass and talking about how her journey looked and the things that she learned. Because what we do that we got to change our mindset is we watch people at the top while they're at the top. You're at the bottom. The top is not what's interesting. It's the middle. You got to know
the journey. Yeah.
The middle part.
Yeah.
And so you at the top watching all the glory, and you don't have no middle. How you think they got there? They have the middle. And if you don't have enough failures in your life, I tell people, I ask them, how many times did you fail this week? People, how do you grow? You telling me you ain't tried no bit that didn't work? Because you stuck in your old stuff that you know work? You have no new ideas. None. You didn't write nothing. You didn't, no sketch, no nothing.
Stop talking to me like that. Stop talking to me like that.
You ain't tried nothing new. You ain't tried no new food, no new fruit.
I'd be so scared. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, especially when it's a paid gig. You know, like if it's a book gig, oh my God, I'd be so scared to try new material because I'm like, girl, you better do what works because you got to get out of here. You know, you got to.
Then Gina, that tells me you're not doing anything in between your paid gigs.
Mm.
You can't be doing paid gig to paid gig. What you doing in the middle? So if you had a paid gig on Tuesday and you got another one on Friday, then you got a zillion chances to do open mics. You know what I do? I do a Zoom open mic. I did not stop working in COVID. I do stand up on Zoom. And that's why with corporate comedy, I was able to get hired a lot because when I started getting booked, I was so comfortable with Zoom. I knew how to look in the camera. I knew how to look at the person. I knew how to I knew how to spotlight. I knew how to, because I was so comfortable. I never stopped. Mm-hmm. I didn't let the COVID be like right. In between. I wrote. So I have a COVID set for Zoom. I have a regular set. So when I went to, I opened for Tommy Davidson at Nate Jackson's club in Tacoma. It was amazing.
Wow. And I'm so proud of you. I mean,
yeah. And the thing is, this is what I'm saying, Gina, like you will be surprised what people make, what their bank accounts look like, who they working with and what they're doing. You know, another thing I do is I work with, I've worked with Ali Leroy punching up scripts. Ali Leroy, he's the creator of Everybody Hates Chris. Mm. Yeah, he's wrote several movies with Chris Rock, like Head of State and all those things.
Oh, and that's a movie too.
Yeah, and so working with him, I learned how to be in a writer's room and how to pitch jokes to make the jokes funny. So, you get to have all these other opportunities for income, not just gigging club to club, know? And it's like when you have a vision board and you're, and I don't know if you do, but like,
I do.
Yeah. So on your vision board, are the habits and the lifestyle you live in conducive to what's on that board? You see what I'm saying? So like, if you're putting on the vision board, I want to be a multi-millionaire. I want a Netflix special. You can't want a Netflix special and not be going up 5 times a week. It's just impossible. Like, where you gonna get this material from? It's like you have to look at the vision board to hold you accountable, not to just say, universe, drop this in like the Easter Bunny.
Barry, hold on. I just want my Barry. I saw that you are watching. Barry, please listen. Like Angel is dropping so many, like, bruh, if you got 5 minutes, stay on here and listen.
That is funny. You crazy.
Because that's my boy. That's my boy, man. And, I want to see people succeed. And you are really it's just funny how things work. And you are really just waking something up in my spirit that I didn't even know was asleep.
It's time for you, Gina, to go to the next level. Gone are the days where it's like because right now you literally are a star. And the reason being is because look how far you've gotten with the limited amount of information Imagine how dangerous you'll be with some classes.
Girl, let me tell you something. First of all, I need to do the UCB classes. I'm on that right there. And the master classes. I got to get up on that. And let me tell you something, Angel. I hope that you answer my phone calls because it's on. It's on. I didn't even know I needed this. I didn't even know I needed this accountability part. Like people like you said, to count you on your shizznizzles. What is you doing?
Yeah, that's what Ron G does to me. That's what London Brown does to me. Text messages. London, hey, what's going on? Are you getting up? Are you doing da-da-da-da-da? Ron G, Sister Gaines, did you do that? I'd be like, God.
And knowing you like, dang, let me get up and do something. But it makes you get up and do something. And sometimes you really just need that that's something that your husband can't give you, your wife can't give you, your children can't give you that.
Yes.
So, you're looking for, I'm hungry for that. But then, you don't want to ask the person that thinks they're your competition, or, everybody, like, I have people that won't even invite me to stuff because.
And that's great. And you know what? And thank them. And thank them. People who willingly are openly discounting you, discredit, excluding you, thank you so much. I appreciate you not wasting my time. I'm so, I love when somebody, I don't mess with her. Please don't, please. Please, I beg of thee. And the thing you'll learn is that everything you need, Gina, is inside you already. Because you're the only one stopping you. You're the one who's not making these phone calls. You're the one who's not signing up for stuff. You're the one that's you. And when I divorce myself from the results, and when you really divorce yourself from is what people think, that it's a freedom that I can't even describe it. It's like I get to play. Like when I was a child and I would put a pillowcase on my hair and go like this and be Diana Ross and take my nightgown and pull one sleeve over, and you thought you had to eat the gown and had your brush, and that was your microphone. Brushes were the best.
Yes, microphones, hands down. Don't give me that remote. I don't need that remote. I need a brush.
Girl, I used to put my church shoes on and tap in the kitchen. You couldn't tell me I wasn't Sammy Davis Jr. So the point I'm trying to say is if you are an artist and you don't have freedom, you are not an artist. You are a puppet. And you just dancing when people tell you to dance, how people tell you to dance, and you're just too comfortable staying in your cage. Get up out the cage. Because your vision board cannot, first of all, you're going to need multiple streams of income. That is the only way that I am able to afford and fund my dream, is that I have money coming in from writing. I have money coming in from teaching. I have money coming in from teaching students. I have money coming in from life coaching. I have money coming in from doing motivational speaking. I do motivational seminars. Why? Because I took the class. You take a class and then you get the information and now you go sell it. And so now when somebody puts a script in front of me, I'm able to read it and give feedback in a professional way. You can't be in a writer's room talking about, I don't know, it just ain't funny. Who is this? Who is this?
Who man is this?
Because in classes, like when I was at UCB and I took sketch writing, people will be like, I want to be on Saturday Night Live. How can you want to be on Saturday Night Live and you don't know how sketches are written? You don't know the anatomy of it, that you have to escalate it, that it has to be less than this many pages and the dialogue have to be this short. See, we look at stuff and we think that it just is. No, it's a formula to everything. Yeah. And just as we are so meticulous about how we buy our lattes and how we buy things that we enjoy, we take for granted that there's a formula in that too. The barista can't just say, oh, I'm going to give you 6 shots. I don't want to give you 3 and throw it off.
Right.
Or I ain't never been trained, so I'm just going to go off how I feel. No. You got to, especially if you want a legacy, and we love looking at people with legacies, but we don't like to look at their journey. We don't like that part. And to me, I fell in love with the journey. Like today, I submitted my first self-tape submission that I got from LA Casting. I don't know if it was any good. That ain't the point. The point is I gave them what I had today.
Right.
3 months from now, I'm probably going to be a self-tape queen.
Right.
But I honor myself as the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
When I don't know something in my acting class, I'm 45. I'm probably more so, if I'm not the oldest, I'm probably closest to, everybody's young. and or have been doing it a while. I don't have no problem raising my hand. Excuse me, what's a consideration? Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me, what do you mean by impinged? Oh, okay. And I take notes. Because Gina, when you get in front of these directors and when you get in writers' rooms and the producers and people are talking to you, they're talking to you in this language that you have to learn. They're not going to dummy down for you.
Like, so look, now I'm on this part, I'm going to need you to just come on in and get it. No.
You can call me anytime and we can strategize what it is you need to do, because you can't start everything at once, but you can start.
Yes.
You know, and if comedy, you start with your strongest thing. This is, now we're talking about my opinion, okay? The strongest look, as if anything else wasn't my opinion. You know?
Because I mean, I think all this that I've smeared on my shoebox here.
You start with the strongest thing. So I would assume for you getting more work in stand-up, right? Okay. Yeah. So you start with perfecting the stand-up. So you start looking at comedians that you like and you admire. And then you ask them, where did you study? They might have studied at Second City. Second City is online too. All of them online. Groundlings, and UCB. David Arnold currently isn't having his, but just be on the lookout for when he does. I would say jump into that too. Flappers, where I teach, that's an option, especially if Flappers is probably more budget friendly. So that's a great, we have level 1, level 2, level 3. We have writing for late night is different. So it's a whole curriculum. You look, writing for sitcoms, you trying to do a pilot, I've taken Lamont Farrell's sitcom writing class twice. You see how I have a resume?
You have a resume.
You see what I'm saying?
So they like, she know her stuff. If she's taking this class, this class, this class, this class, she's got this coach, this girl is ready. No, she's funny. She funny. She loud. She funny.
Yep. Yep.
I've been going about it all wrong. I have been literally going about it all wrong and too afraid to ask.
And guess what? Susie, highlight that right there for me, please, because I want to address that. He says, why you only followed by 100 people and you don't know how great Gina is? Okay, no, don't do that, Gina. Don't do that, because that's out. That could be out of a pure heart. So let me just say,
it's out of love. It's out of love.
Susie, and Susie, one of the things when I did my self-assessment that I looked at are my social media numbers, the Instagram, YouTube, and all that kind of stuff, right? And so guess what, Susie? Guess what I have now? A coach. A coach. Kev on Stage. Kev on Stage teaches a masterclass in influencing and social media. I really recommend that too, Gina, because you almost
does.
Either you monetizing now or you almost ready because you got a lot of followers. So I would look up Kev on Stage Masterclass. It's under his link tree on his Instagram. And I've learned so much. So Susie, I want you to come see me in 6 months and I want you to see how many followers I have. Okay?
Susie, and this lady right here is who gave. This lady right here is the reason why I'm Gina G, Susie. Kathy gave me the job. And then Angel gave me the opportunity to go on stage. And she told J. Anthony Brown about me. And that's without this lady, right? Without this lady right here, there would be no Gina G, Susie. But Susie loves me and I love Susie. So she probably came in and, didn't come in the beginning. But Susie, I'm just soaking up all this game
because the thing is, and this is why I want to make this a teachable moment, is because if you make it about Susie, you'll lose your focus. So when you see these types of responses or reactions, approach people with a gentle heart, because if you get defensive, then your ego is now only focused on in impressing her. But at the same time, listen to what they didn't say. You get what I'm saying? She didn't say, Angel, you seem like an interesting person. Where can I find your comedy and learn more about you? Angel, I'm inspired to look into my own life and see where I need coaching and things like that. She didn't say that. So that lets me know that she and I probably wouldn't be able to connect at this point in time. So I can just let her be. You know, you have nothing to protect, nothing to defend, nothing to deny, and just nothing to make it about other people. So it's okay. Yeah. And so Michelle Brown said, be open to take constructive criticism. And Michelle, that's why I hope I'm saying it right. And that's why I set myself up to have constructive criticism coming from people who are going to know how to give it. See, there's a difference between constructive criticism and people's opinions.
Okay.
Two different things.
I agree.
Because if somebody in comedy said, Gina, I just don't think your joke's funny. Versus, Gina, look at these tags. They don't make sense with your setup. Gina, it's too long. It's too wordy. Cut it here and then bring it down to this, or flip the joke and start here. That's constructive
criticism. Okay.
But if you're around people and if you grew up, and a lot of this goes back to how we grew up. You know, if you grew up around people who were always telling you what was wrong with you and telling you their opinions of you, then you built up a defense mechanism where everything comes to you as an attack. Susie, it's no need to apologize, love. You see how that turned?
I love me some Susie. She had my back on. I had another situation. We love you, Susie.
I'm not at all offended, love. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to learn how to meet people where we are and not assume that I'm never attacked, because I'm always in control of the energy that I'm giving and what I'm doing. You know, and I don't see people or misunderstandings as an attack on me. So it's all good. Thank you for listening.
I know that's right. Angel. How did you even come? Who told you that you even needed all of this? Like who told you? Like, did you, like, who told you? I don't even know how to ask. Like, how did you know to take these classes and to do these things? Like, how?
Prayer.
Wow.
Prayer. Because what we don't know is that prayer is not just us talking to God. It's also listening. And when I started reading different books and going to different seminars, and then this led to that. Then I got a life coach. And then I became a life coach. And then I got a therapist. And then I got, because as an artist, we're very sensitive creatures. We draw from all parts of our life. And if you still got unresolved issues, if 9-year-old Gina is still holding grudges, she's going to stop you in your journey. Because she got to be seen. Inner child work is very serious in our craft. And you'll be so surprised on how many celebrities and people you admire have therapists and life coaches. And they're working their things out. Communication, learning how to communicate, learning how to have empathy for people, learning how not to take this job seriously. This stuff is fake. This is a fake world, If somebody hired me tomorrow and I got paid, I don't know, $300,000, right? What changes? What change? Did did the lights just permanently stay on? Did like I'm never gonna get hungry again?
Right.
It's nothing. It's work.
Nothing.
Job. And when they say cut, that's a wrap. That $300,000 might have to last you 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when we learn to separate what we do from our value, your value and what you do are not connected at all. Who you are, who you be, is separate from what you do. This is fun. This is very fun what we do. We get to play.
Yeah. You're right.
Play. Yeah.
This polo shoebox.
And it's however your prayer shows up, Gina,
Yeah.
Like,
and it showed it's right here. Because don't make me cry, Lord, because I have. And I've really just been saying, like, just show me. Because I don't know what to do, and I tell my son, you can't rely on your talent, son. You still have to do hard work. So I'm preaching to him, but yet I'm over here afraid, don't want to ask, and it eats you up as a parent because you want to be able not to only speak these things to your children, you want to show them, because you can talk all day long, but they looking at you, and it's just, I don't know.
I tell you this though, Gina, because I don't have children but I'm a teacher. And I tell all my parents, yes, they're looking at you, but they have to see you fail and how you recover. So it's not show your son all of your glory all the time that you're doing everything right. Show him, son, guess what? Your mama been stuck in the same spot. And guess what? I'm about to start taking some classes. We're going to study together. I had to push that around. So the lesson is the more powerful lesson that you can give him is how to recover, not how to win. We all know how to do that. Show him how to create it again, how to start it over, how to take a notebook, paper, and go clean slate. Let me just do this. Let me start small. One class, and then see what happens. What happens is it starts opening you up, and then all these different opportunities coming. You know what classes do? Classes also introduce you to a whole community that you're going to be bonded with forever. Because it's something about being in class with people. You know what I'm saying? It's something about, and you be thinking like, well, why are they friends with Beyonce? Because they was in class together somewhere.
Yeah. They were somewhere learning something together. And they was both, oh my God.
And why do you think when all these different people start blowing up, they don't just be like, I'm looking for an AD. I'm looking for a writer. They already got their tribe.
Yeah.
Yes. Be making internal phone calls, and then you be like, well, how they on the show with so-and-so?
Yes.
If you ever go to David Arnold's website and look at all of the people who took his class, you would be like, what? You know who was in my class one of the times? Kalita Smith from the Bernie Mac show.
What?
She and I used to have to meet up and do our homework in David Arnold to go do open mics. Kalita Smith was in my class.
For real?
Yes. Yes. And she was on the showcase. She's on the website. Go on the website. Everybody probably got a couple of celebrities you already know. And she didn't come in there like, oh, I'm already an actress. I've already been on a hit.
Right. Right.
She had to sit down and do the work. And had no problems. And was humble. She didn't have no green room, no separate spots. She had questions. She raised her hand. He corrected her. He gave her information, assessments. That's what I'm saying. If you learn how to stay new, you'll have longevity. because there's going to be things you got to learn. Apps. Did you know that there are acting apps that'll help you with your lines? Yeah. That there's comedy apps that you can write your comedy in, and it'll tell you how long it is, the set. That app is
What?
I forgot the name of the app. I just told my students about this app.
What?
Yeah, it's an app called Comedy. Let me pull it up. And you can type your jokes in. And when you're doing a set, right?
Yeah.
It'll time you. It'll time you to tell you, if you do these jokes, this is how long it is.
No, it ain't.
I swear to God it is. Oh my God, let me get the app name for you. You killing me with the face. Girl.
Because I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've literally been just swimming. No, not even swimming. I've literally been doggy paddling for, when did I first get on stage? In 2009?
It's
That was
called
2009.
Wait, this way. It's called Comedy Companion.
I see it. Comedy Companion.
And look at this. It says you can look at that. Look how I break your set down.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah,
okay. I see it right here on the side.
Mm-hmm. It'll say like your set list. You want to do this, you want to do that, whatever. Okay, that length is 5 minutes. Estimated 4 minutes.
And I'm gonna tell you something. And I see comics go up,
and
I see them with their notepad, and I or their phone or what have you, and they got their bullet points. I see comics during the show before they go up. They're back there. They're writing something down, or they're doing or whatever. And I'm always looking at them like, what you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's your turn, you coming up, like,
ask
and
them.
I don't understand. And I'm always like, and it seems like those people are always, they may not be the most popular comedian at the moment. They may not be the most exciting and hype comedian, but later down the line, those are the ones that I see on shows and in certain, like you said, festivals and things like that. And I'm like, what the heck? People still write jokes. Where is it at?
Yep. Exactly my point. Like right now, where do you put all your jokes and your ideas? Are they all collected together?
No, they're in the notebook over here. I got some over here.
Okay, start with collecting them. This is how I do mine. So, because I'm a little old school, like when I get an idea. So this is my bin. You see where it says comedy notes?
Yeah.
Right? So in here, what I love to do is I love big paper like this. Big post-its.
Yes.
I like to write on those.
Me too, because I write really big. Yes, I like those.
I like those, and then I get a Sharpie. And then if I have an idea, they're brand new, I just put it down here and I'll record it. And then I'll go back and listen to it and write what worked, right? Then I have writing sessions with other comedians on Zoom. I tell them what I came up with. They punch it up. I don't know comedians that don't have writing partners. Look. Gina, you ain't no writing partners. Gina G.
I don't ask.
Gina G, you about to be on a whole nother level, girl.
Yes. And I've been praying for it. Oh my
God. You're telling me you've gotten to who you are right now, raw and uncut, and you just wait to somebody and you about to get polished?
Yeah,
it's over. It's over. It's over. Once you
I really want to cry. I literally have been praying. I thought it was gonna come in the, like you said, oh, let me super up. Oh, I seen him. Let me swoop up. That's what I thought the next level was.
No.
That's what I thought the next level was.
No.
And it has nothing. It
No.
has nothing to do with that.
No, because you're going to learn how to pitch Chit Chat in the Closet at freaking JFL Festival under the pitch meeting. You're about to Chit Chat in the Closet is about to be, you know, a part of E-Entertainment news segments. They're going to buy that from you. You get what I'm saying? You have stuff to sell. You have talent. You have raw energy. You about to start hosting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they show you how to read a teleprompter, it's over.
Girl, well, somebody got to show me how to read because I'll be up here, man.
It's over. You know? And those tears are confirmation that you knew it, but you wasn't sure because you just didn't know what was missing. Mm-hmm. And it's classes. Because you know where the confidence come from? My confidence comes from my training. Mm-hmm. Not just because I wake up confident.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Pilots, you ain't never seen no airline pilot go through security like, I don't know about this today. I don't know. I don't know.
True, because I'm not getting on that flight. I'm gonna tell you that
never
now.
Heard no airline pilot go through turbulence and stuff and be like, "Whoa, y'all felt that?"
I've been on Soul Plane flight NWA.
You ain't never, ever.
No.
Because they had to put so many hours they could fly it in their sleep. I think half of them be sleep. Autopilot is sleep. You in the air. What you see? You ain't got no birds, nothing to dodge. I be sleep. I be like, Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes, please. For 3 hours. And how long did it take to get to Chicago? 3 hours and 13 minutes. And be up there and that thing there like this. Knock out.
You got all them folks' life in your hand, and you up there got a timer set.
Think about it. What are they looking at? What are you doing? It's an automatic, it's an electronic current that tells them where they go. They just follow the thing. What you doing?
That's so true.
Think a pilot looking at the window.
Wait, back it up. Hold up.
You think he making turns? The computer tell him everything. Air pocket coming up.
Oh my God, I never thought of that.
Yeah, because every time you think about all the stuff that you know how to do well, it's because you had 10,000 man hours in it. But if you keep doing comedy the same way all the time, you cannot get a different result. And you gotta fail. And that's why he was like, I bomb. I'm like, you should be bombing more. Mm-hmm. You know? Have you seen the way comedians bomb and then they say, oh, y'all ain't felt that, huh? Okay, well, let's go to the next one. You just weave it in or whatever. Yeah. But when you do those writing sessions, you get to a point where it won't bomb. It just won't be as funny as your other stuff. And that's okay, because then you'll have the tools to go, oh, I know what's missing from this. It don't have no surprise. It needs, because it's 9 elements of comedy. Well, it's more than 9, but it's certain common elements of comedy. You know, it's congruity, surprise. It's congruity is when two things are in common that you never thought were. Like when people say, you know, condoms are like, you know, donuts, you know, or something. You know, just you get what I mean. Like,
two things that are in common.
Yeah, okay. And that's why we laugh at them, because you pointed out that they're alike, but they shouldn't be, or we didn't know. And then there's the element of surprise where you say something that everybody's like, no, you didn't. You know?
Okay.
And there's a lot. And then, you know, it's another resource too, Gina, is YouTube. If you just look up, there's a guy named The Joke Doctor. He has free lessons on YouTube just to start getting you thinking about how to reassess your comedy career. Books, you know, the book, my Bible is Comedy Insights by Franklin Ajayi. And that's why I was telling people, if you're not studying your craft, what do you want from it? You know?
Who wrote Comedy Insights? Who's the author?
Franklin Ajayi, Ajaye. Amazon. Because what I like about his is that he shows you how to analyze your sets in every area. Are you using silence? All right, that was the hardest one for me because I like to talk and fill up the air.
Right.
They were like, why are you talking through your laughter? Why are you? And I was like, you're not supposed to. They're like, no, that's why it's a punchline. You wait and you move on when the audience has absorbed that. You let them enjoy it. You don't talk through the laughter, right? So then I had to learn that. I learned silence and timing, where you deliver something right at the point of now release it. But all that's in practice. He teaches you, how to judge your material. You know, is your material authentic? Is it something that you can hear if somebody just typed it in? Is it something that's, basic on the surface? In my comedy class, I teach my students day one, tell me 10 things you don't want nobody to know about you. And they'd be like, I was like, because that's where your killer material is. Everything else, everybody wants to talk about their strengths or other weaknesses. Yeah. So like when I started talking about just stuff that like dating, but not just dating, things that really go on in my head. And I wrote a joke about dating ex-cons because I met a guy who revealed to me he went to jail. And I was like, what do I do here? He's cute and I like him.
God! What do I tell? Don't drop the soap. What do I do? What are we talking about?
How do I navigate this? You see how specific that is versus talking about dating?
Yeah.
Listen, your money, the golden goose is in the details. Everything is in the details. Details make things expensive or cheap.
Yes. Now that is the
details. Because when you go to Apple thinks about everything. Apple thinks about you when you're in your car passing their store. Yeah. Everything with Apple is detailed to a crisp, to the font, to the size of the apple on the shopping bag, to the email that they send you, to the everything. They don't miss a detail. But now you see why that's Apple. But the 99-cent store. But Goodwill. You got to go. But Ross. You see what I'm saying? You're going to pay less, but it's going to cost you time to find it.
I'm about to say, because you're going to be through the rack.
And then you'll be so proud. I found these $12 jeans, but it took you 4 hours. So those jeans are not $12. Those jeans are $100. That was 4 comedy specials.
You'll be so happy.
You think? Why you happy? You have been in there 9 years.
Oh, I found it.
Exactly. So to wrap this up, because I know we're supposed to be lighthearted, we done made a whole personal session.
Let me tell you something. And I don't care, because what I can say is this is Chit Chat NDa Closet Gina G. So I can't say I don't have to tell nobody, I don't have to ask nobody, I don't have to say nothing. Folks can watch, they cannot watch. At this point, a long time ago, I didn't even give a doggone who was on here, because I prayed for this conversation.
Yes.
I prayed for this conversation, Angel. I really did. I really thought that it was going to come another way. and it is here. So I'm just so thankful. I'm really thankful, and it's just crazy how it just full circle. Person that got me up there.
I guess I'm gonna meet you at all your levels.
Yeah, just coming on right back around. Okay, so the next level we got to be drinking champagne at some award show at somewhere. Like that's gonna be the next level.
There you go.
And we're gonna share stories, and we're gonna share this now. And I said I won't cry. I'm over here crying like Tyrese. I'm all on the internet crying. What do they want?
I hope you become a meme.
Yeah.
And that is so funny because that is my vision. That is my vision. I'm living my vision. And my vision is to always meet a person that felt like they were inspired and that I saw them. Because, so many people are not seen. And I was like, I have a gift of seeing people. I see what it is that you're trying to do. I see it. I get it. And that's what life coaches do. Like we have a really like an authentic gift of seeing you in the future. And you are like, I see you, look in the mirror, you see you now. You see all your circumstances. You see your issues. I don't see any of that. Because honestly, none of that matters. It's just part of the human experience. But it's the habits. It's what you do every day that matters. It's what you do every day. So when you look at that vision board, the question every morning is, what is on my to-do list that's going to propel me to that board? And classes help you with that, and people who, and I'm just sorry, like people who say, I ain't took no class. And I'd be like, you sort of did take a class because you'll look in their past and you'll see that they were probably like friends with Cat Williams. Or,
oh, you were the teacher. That's why you didn't have to go into class.
Exactly. You was in the teacher's lounge the whole time. Of course. We'll find out. Yeah, because some people don't even realize they're in class. But if you were able to go on the road with somebody, that is class. Like how Beyonce says, Destiny's Child was my college.
Susie. Yeah.
Destiny's Child was her college.
She learned everything, through them, working with them, and they were speeding off. I'm writing, like you said, writing partner, somebody to hold you accountable, someone to get you up out of bed when you don't feel like getting up out of bed, somebody to talk to. I mean, it's just amazing the things that you don't think about, basically, that you need, and you do, and you have to stop being afraid. I don't even know, where does that come from? I don't even know.
You were taught it.
Yeah, I was it somewhere.
You were taught it lots of places. You were taught it in school. You were taught it in society. You were taught it in your family. And then you also were taught it by looking at other people who failed and saying, I don't want that to happen to me, so I'm never going to try that. Yeah, a lot of stuff is just, subconscious. So that's why we have to do that inner work to release ourselves from all that stuff. And then we become loyal to those thoughts. People be like, I ain't going to class, and I mean it. And they become loyal to not learn.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not asking nobody because I don't need nobody telling me no. I don't need nobody telling nobody that I asked them and they told me no and I don't want to do. I literally just said that today. I said, I'm not about to go and ask them, can I be a part of something? They should already know. They should want me to be a part of it. They ain't even asking me.
Entitled.
It's cool. I'll get there on my own.
Yeah. No.
But
that's not how that works. And it's like you got to find your tribe. And you probably, and my instinct is that you are the person who has to pull it together. You're going to be the person that's going to connect people and say, hey, who's interested in having a writing session? My writing sessions are Thursdays at 5:30 every week.
I thought that was for the nerds. See what I'm saying? See where I'm stuck? I'm over here at the Mean Girls table, just dumb as rocks.
And
When
look,
the nerves is over
and
here
who,
getting it in.
and who the one who thinks that you're cool? You know what I'm saying? Who's the people that's thinking you're cool? You know what my therapist taught me, Gina G, and I want you to hold this in your heart. She said, Angel, this was, oh my God, this she told me a long time ago because I was with her a while. And she told me, she said, you are being queen of the losers.
Mm.
And I said, because I loved hanging around people who didn't challenge me, people who weren't doing anything that, you know, I was just queen of the losers in my relationships, collecting broken dudes, trying to be the supportive friend, trying to get all kind of cheated on.
Just the queen of losers.
Queen of the losers. I was queen of the losers because I was afraid to ask to be around the winners. I was afraid to show up to the championship practices because I didn't know that I could just be the water girl until I can get on the scrimmage squad. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I said it's levels to this, and you have to tell yourself, no more.
No more.
No more.
No more.
I'm done with it.
No more. I'm done.
Yeah, because everything that you know right now has gotten you, this is as far as you can take you.
Mm.
It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. But the problem is you have a desire to go higher.
I do.
And that's where the change has to come. And I took TD Jake's words to heart, that book instinct. And what I do, Gina G, when I'm cleaning, I'm playing Audible books. You know, during quarantine, I was watching. Now, hold on now, I wasn't perfect. Now I was gaining weight because I was sitting here. I was sitting here eating, but I was sitting here watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I was sitting here learning. You know, I was sitting here. I was eating the ribs, but I was sitting here learning. I used that year off. I was like, how do I edit this? How do I do that? How do I on YouTube? Girl, reorganize my whole entire home. Learn different organizing systems that work for me. Like little stuff like this, you know? Well, I grabbed it for you. Like,
thank you, Susie.
To-do list. To-do list. A system for myself. I have every single thing I do in a white binder. This is the acting binder because I had acting class last night. Comedy has a bin because it's too much. Mm-hmm. Then, you know, what those old ideas in comedy, when you gonna go back and revisit them? And I bring those ideas to my comedy group. It's like 4 of us. All of us different levels. I joined a screenwriting group. That's on Sundays.
I know you were asking about Thursday. You said Thursday at 5 is which class is at 5 Thursday?
No, I was telling Susie that Thursdays at 5:30 I do my little writing group where all the comedians we get together and punch up each other's material or work on each other's scripts and read screens and read their scenes and things like that. So Wednesday is acting class. Tuesdays I teach comedy. Sundays I do screenwriting class. And then so Mondays and Fridays and Saturdays are for performing. And in between that, during the morning when I wake up, I'm listening to audibles. You got to get your morning routine. You got to get your ritual. You know, what the whole getting up early, getting up late stuff. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to, you know, lose your mind, but you do a routine. In the mornings, I listen to a motivational video on YouTube every morning. Because motivation is not, it's daily. It leaves you. So you got to re-up every day. I do that. I focus on my dreams. Do a little go over my to-do list. What do I have to do today? Okay, prep my day. But I prep my day the night before. So for example, I have 2 corporate comedy gigs tomorrow. One at 10, one at 1. So before I go to bed, I'll set this whole station up with the lighting, everything, the curtain. Because the curtain comes down when I don't do, those shows. But I did a show right before you.
Right.
So that's why it's still
So
there.
that's why it's up. Okay.
If it's with food, with my exercise, I'll know, okay, I can go to the park today. Okay, no, today is YouTube exercising. Today is, whatever. Set the house up. Okay, I got a self-tape. That's the self-taping side over there with the lighting and the blue curtain and everything. Okay, set it up. It's like you got to prep yourself. And you want to start these habits because when you do get your sitcom, when they do hire you as the Pam or Martin, you have to have your life organized because you're going to be in a trailer, right? And you're going to have to know, okay, what's the schedule for my son? Who's going to pick him up? Who got the dog? Blah, blah, blah. How long is this? Yeah. So you get what I mean?
You're right.
You get what I'm saying? You got to learn organizational tools. Like even in your closet, like start Chit Chat NDa Closet. Start a section of your closet that's audition clothes only because those aren't the clothes you wear. They're really boring because you got to look like Old Navy-ish and plain and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to always have those ready though. Something like some scrubs, like some nurse scrubs, some like some kind of costumey looking stuff, like your business attire, so you have your wardrobe for your acting and stuff together because you can get in commercials. Like you don't have to have a lot of training for that. But did I go to commercial acting class? I sure did. There was
Oh my God. There is a class, people.
How are you supposed to know how to behave in a commercial and what to do and what to expect and how to slate and how to do this stuff if nobody's teaching you and how to read copy and how to cold read? And when they tell you cheat left and cheat right and go forward, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know that.
Sound like a passcode. Look, that sound like a Fortnite code or something. Now, what you say? Go up 2 times, left cheek. What?
Yeah. Deadpan camera. Angle off camera. Look behind camera. Off screen. Person is talking to you. Blah, 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 blah. It's a lot of technical things you got to learn. And these people are paying you great money for this. They can't afford to. Look at Susie said, we got Susie gonna hold you accountable. Susie about to hold you accountable.
Susie, when I tell you, I really have been focused on the wrong thing.
Let me show you what I'm reading, Jenny.
I have been focused on the wrong things.
Hold on, let me grab.
Trying to get booked.
Always a book coming in from Amazon from Angel Games because I'm gonna constantly study. Self-management for actors. Okay, this is one I'm currently reading. Save the Cat, screenwriting, script writing. Yeah, you got to learn how to do this stuff. And people, I'm gonna tell you too. People doing this stuff on the low, they acting like they ain't. But but my recipe for you to get started because of what you already have that you can go ahead and just take that to the next level will be Kevon Stage's masterclass for sure.
Okay.
You got to be able to monetize that because I think you got like 15,000 Instagram followers. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 12.7 now.
You can easily get 15 after that class. Easy. Because I think you can start monetizing after 10. Did you know that? You can get paid.
What do you mean? No.
You can get, James, just take the class. That's first. That's first. Is your Instagram account business or regular? Yeah. So we got to first convert your Instagram account to a business account so you can get money.
I'm just out here. Okay. I'm just out here. I am just out here, Lord.
I laugh because it's just going to be so great to see your mind get blown left and right every day.
I thought I had to have the check mark, the blue check, and so many view times.
Girl, listen. Number one, you got to join that tonight. That's homework number one.
Okay,
Okay?
I'm on it.
Kev
I'm
on
on it.
stage. Go to his
LinkedIn.
Instagram, LinkedIn masterclass. Very affordable. Boom, done. Okay, next up for you, because you can do it, because you have this stuff already. You always want to start with maximizing all the stuff you already have. This stuff gonna take what you got to the next level. You already got a podcast. That was the next thing. So you're gonna monetize this.
And I just researched how to how to put this into the podcast so that I can get it on Spotify and Apple.
And he shows you, your mind gonna be blown how easy. I'm not even gonna tell you how easy it is because you probably gonna do the closet like Medea did and start tearing up stuff.
No wire hangers.
All this time. I'm gonna let him tell you. I'm not telling you.
Rip it.
Okay, I'm gonna let him tell you. And then the second thing you're gonna do is you got headshots, acting headshots. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Gina. So we're gonna come back to that. Just let's deal with the comedy. Okay. Let's get in. Let's just I would say let's just any comedy class just to get you motivated and thinking and just going, because trust me when I tell you, you're going to learn how to cut things and pump things up that you already have. You get what I mean? So it's about to be.
I want to share this live. I feel like this. Well, this in the archive.
You might want to hold on to it. Listen to me. This is an option. Cut it up. You know what I'm saying? Cut it up. And you can just do the part where we talked about in the beginning and then release it as you accomplish these things. So it could be like, I'm going to show y'all this little clip about her telling me about Kev on stage. Show the little clip, Gina, go to Kev on stage, then stop the clip. Then it's like, look, y'all, I started at 12 and now I got 50. You see what I'm saying? Look, y'all, my podcast was just like this and now it's like that. So use it as a teaching tool, because you don't have to follow your instinct. You don't have to, like, if you feel like, wait a minute, let me hold back on this because another thing you want to do, you're sensing that you got to protect your energy. Because what's going to happen is you will release this and then you'll have people who really don't have your interest at heart use this as a tool to beat you up. Yep. Girl, I knew all that. You ain't knew that? Yeah, I thought you knew that. Why you ain't knew that?
Yeah. Yep.
You might need to wait until you got a more secure tribe and more secure in your blessing and in your experience to really settle in it, and then come back and use this as a teaching tool. Because you'll see on Kev on stage, when he on his masterclass, he has podcast interviews that he had with people, and he put that in the masterclass. And so if you go look at those people accounts now, it's amazing. Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a man. I didn't even know I could talk to Tahir no more. I'd be scared to talk to Tahir, Tony. I'd be like, I don't.
Oh, Gina, you know what that is too? Because I recognize that from me. That's imposter syndrome. Yeah. Imposter syndrome is when you feel like you're fake, a phony, like you don't belong here. And then discover that you're really not as good as you think you are. You make people think you are. And when people pick you, it's because they didn't have nobody else, or because they felt sorry for you, or because they owe you a favor, or not because of your hard work and that you deserve it. Yeah, that's imposter syndrome. It happens a lot. Yeah. And so that could be your inner work, you know, and you can find out a lot of information on YouTube about imposter syndrome. What I started doing was, first of all, talking about it and opening up and telling people and talking to people. It sounds like you got to talk. You keeping stuff in and you trying to pretend like you got it all together. But you got to find a tribe where, I have comedians that I can call and cry. Ass London. Ugly cry. London. Like, okay. Okay. Look, I'm crying laughing. And then I'll be like, okay. Okay.
You're so serious. Angel.
You know who else? Rodney Perry.
Rodney Perry. Yes. And I do. I talk to him. I mean, I now I will feel more comfortable letting loose with him, because when we do talk, and he's so open, and he gives such good advice, and now after talking to him is when I started doing my TikToks more. And then that's how I got to 1 million views. Now I'm 1.5 views on that, because of that little nugget that he gave me that day about how people are pumping these videos out. Like you got to do it. You got to do it, and you got to try. So it's like, you're right. Like I got to stop.
And guess who is one of his life coaches that he shout out all the time?
Oh. Wow. Wow.
Yep. He always give me a shout out on Clubhouse or whatever. Yeah, I got a client through that from Clubhouse.
It's on now. I'm going to tell you that right now.
If you
it is on.
I told you, it's on. It's over. It's over.
It's over.
Because it's about to be a whole.
It's over.
I mean, I'm so excited for you.
Because they didn't tell me nothing, but I'm telling you, it's over now, baby.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Gina G. People don't talk about this stuff.
They
don't talk about this stuff. And some of them be fronting like they not studying and not reading books. And they are.
And keep it all to themselves.
Boom. Because you know what was so funny? One comedian said to me, because I was on Clubhouse kind of talking like we are. And he said, and he private chatted me on Clubhouse and said, Angel, I bought the book that you were talking about. It was a book that was recommended from the master class.
Okay.
That, you gonna take. And he said, I read it. I read it driving to my next gig because he was a road comic.
Wow.
He was like, I'm really surprised you told people about that.
See?
That's what he said. He said, I'm really sad. He was like, that book was a game changer for me.
There's not very many people, Angel.
But that's my gift and that's my calling. That's what I am. I'm a teacher. I give information. I look at people and I take them to the next level. I promote people. That's what I do. I have a credential.
And a resume, honey.
And a resume.
A professional headshot.
That
girl.
Excuse me. That I took a class on learning how to do. Shout out to LJ Brown. Yeah. Let me tell you, LJ give you it ain't just about going to take no headshot, honey. It's homework with that. Let me show you.
What?
Because when you go take your headshots and you get this in LJ Brown's class on oh, I just dropped it. Hold on, let me pick it up.
What?
She on Instagram. Follow her, LJ Brown. See right here? You got to do a worksheet like this.
Before you take a headshot?
Yes, ma'am. Because you know why? You need to know what your castings are. What roles are they going to put you in? What roles do you desire to be in? Because you got to look like that in the picture. What people have been doing wrong is you going up in there being Gina G. And you got to, no, that shit don't work. No, that chick ain't getting no nothing. That chick ain't getting no nothing. You trying to be Gina G. You got to be, let me see. Oh, this ain't, I'm thinking this Zoom. I'm about to screen share.
Well, hold on, let me pull it up. Let me
Go
pull it up.
on Instagram and
I
look
see your new. I see your new headshots.
Okay, but did you see there's one where the one with 4 of them?
It's 4 characters.
Gina, I don't look like that at the club.
No.
I would never wear that wig at the club that I had to have on today. I don't even know if you saw it. I don't wear none of them wigs. Look at this.
She said I wouldn't wear that at the club. Yes. And you got one with the blazer, the glasses. Yes.
I don't. And look at it. When I'm gonna look like this? These wigs. It's acting. You're pretending. Wait, my favorite one is the doctor. Did you see the doctor? The doctor is the one. Now this don't look like ER.
It don't.
Look at the hair. Look at the wig. Gina, come on now. You got to get your castings. You don't just take headshots. This fool been in there.
They got 3 outfits. I got 3 outfits. Okay, I got the red one, the black. Yeah, the red one, the black. Oh wait, hold on, this one with the mic.
Gina, I can tell you right now, you look young. You probably gonna be playing roles, probably about a 23. I would give you, it could be younger, but I would say aim between 23 to like, remember how Mariah Carey transformed in Precious?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would go 23 with you. I would go 20 just say 21 to 32. Okay. That looks like your casting just from looking at you. And then what kind of roles do you want to play? You have to decide that. Like, I know your personality. So you already girl next door, the sidekick friend that could be the life of the party. And she's kind of always like the sidekick to Issa Rae, the sidekick to, the Gina character and Martin, like the Pam. You could definitely, and then what you want to do is you do these little worksheets. And it says like, what are your physical traits? So like, for example, it might be a character who needs a scar. You remember Sanaa Lathan? In
Love Basketball.
That's a real scar. So you could use that. You get what I'm saying? Whatever your real scars are, if you have multiple piercings, if you have tattoos, if you have, because they look like today I saw a casting, it was like, we need a girl 35 or whatever with multiple tattoos visible. So you gotta use that, because they put a tank top on you and you could be a hood chick and that's it, And then you want to look at commercials. iSpot, I think it's iSpot. It's a website where they play all the commercials. I studied every Black woman that I saw in a commercial. All of them had natural hair.
Yes.
The self-tape that I got right here when they wanted to cast me.
Yeah.
Look at this. See what headshot they?
Yep.
They wanted with that ugly wig.
with that natural. That's that natural right there, baby.
Yeah.
That's the natural.
Because they want middle American looking people. They don't want supermodels selling products. Supermodels don't sell Pine Sol.
Right.
They sell high fashion clothing. Right? And that's not me. So you want to play a young mom, then you got to have a young mom hairstyle. And those boring J. Crew Old Navy outfits, they should look really plain and very simple, just like some nice color that pop, yellows, peaches. I went on Amazon and bought this ugly shirt. Let me show you because it was $12 on Amazon. You know what these little ugly little shirts are. Let me show you. No, I got this top from Goodwill. So that came from Goodwill. You'll find all.
You know what? And I love me some Goodwill now. Hey, I'll get me some thrift on. I get my thrift on.
I took the mama top and paired it with a
wow. That is such a doctor, teacher.
Do you see the
dean, music? Yes.
Professor.
Yes. Yes. You know, oh my God. I thought you just took a damn picture. No,
it's everything is calculated, Gina. Okay, so this is the picture I was saying. They have these on Amazon for $12, all colors. Those shirts.
Okay.
Yeah. This Goodwill. Look at this. Now you know that's the parole officer.
That is definitely the parole officer. That you gonna pee in that cup right here.
You would have never thought to go take that shirt like that to your headshot, right? Now this is my friend.
That's a parole officer. That is a parole officer.
This is the best friend to a white girl who teaches her how to talk in black code and be hip. Right before she get missing. And then they come and interrogate me. And I go, what? Jenny? God, how? I was just with her. What do you... It was Tom, wasn't it? I'll show you. See? And seen. Right? those are the roles I want to play. Or the black girl that dies first in the scary movie. Yeah. That's her.
You know she gonna die first. She can't figure out what's going on yet.
It's the one I'm waiting on. Because I'm gonna be a detective.
Baby.
Now you know this right here. She coming.
You got your pistol.
Thank you.
She can even be the captain.
And she don't play by nobody's rules.
No.
Now you saw how you read all that into a picture.
Queen right? Yep. Rosa equalizer, yep.
Because I had to plan it out.
And you put it, it's like I have to choose you. You look like who I'm trying to cast. That's exactly who I want. I can't put this plain picture. I can't envision the detective, the teacher, the doctor. Wow. My mind's like this.
Yeah. And so you're going to get you a headshot session, and LJ Brown shows you how to do it yourself if you know how, if you got lighting and stuff. And she shows an example of her own photo shoot that she did that got her booked the same month in commercials.
That's who I wrote that down.
LJ Brown.
LJ Brown. I didn't write that down yet.
Go to Instagram. Mm-hmm. She has a class, a commercial acting, like how Kev on Stage gonna have that master class.
Yeah.
You know, it's on a website called Teachable. And so you can take the class at your own pace. You watch all the lessons. Kev on Stage gonna take you a while because he is thorough. Wow. But LJ, you can get finished with her in about 2-3 days. But you're gonna need to keep going back to remind yourself or to print out the PDFs. Mm-hmm. Very affordable. It was $47.
We're gonna have to get up off this live. We're gonna have to start. We're gonna start this on the phone.
Well, no, because all you got to do is call me in 5 days because you got to sit with all this and get started. Yeah, because there's nothing for us to talk about. You can call me and tell me how your mind was blown on Kev on Stage's, initial stuff. You can say that you started the LJ thing because with commercial acting, you really don't have to have as much training because they need real people.
Okay.
Right? So you can get started with that right away. They're casting, on, you get an LA casting account or casting networks. And where are you located?
Right now I'm in Virginia.
Okay. How far is that from Atlanta?
Too far. I should be in a different location soon.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be. I'm just saying they'll fly you. You can book something and they fly you. You don't have to be anywhere. Everything, and nobody's listen, this self-taping stuff is probably here to stay. This is probably the new way. Nobody's coming in with auditions no more. You got to send it. So
Send it in.
yeah, casting networks cast all over. You can pick different demographics.
Wow.
You don't have to pick LA.
Wow.
Atlanta, is DC, yeah, New York, and they fly you, you know, because they book you off of the tape, the self-tape. And so if you're not familiar with self-tapes and what they look like, here's the last thing.
Look it up. Yep. My
school, my studio, Richard Lawson Studio, on Saturday, he does these casting workshops where you watch, and this Saturday he's gonna have Robbie Reed. You know, casting director Robbie Reed.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be critiquing self-tapes, and you're going to learn so much, because you're going to learn what they look like and what, yeah. So you got it. And that's why I said you're on the next level now. So what TD Jake say?
Oh, shoot. I wrote it down.
Sit down and shut up.
Sit down and shut up. Yeah. That's right here.
You get on here. And so you should be a sponge right now. Mm-hmm. Taking it all in, strategizing, you know, making a list. Like I have a list of things I got to look up, things I need to do, things I learned, I heard along the way. Oh, I need to do that. Okay, how do they do this? Da, da, da. Mm-hmm. So
I got it. I got it.
And take a picture of that shoebox, because that's gonna be your you know, when you on the lake show or whatever.
Yeah.
Thing they gonna show the little picture.
Pull the shoebox picture up one more time.
You're gonna be like, you ain't had no paper and pencil, huh? You just.
I was in the closet, Jay. I was in the closet. Angel.
I'm so excited for you, Gina.
Angel.
I'm so excited.
Your name is your name. And you are an angel.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for you, honestly, I mean, you know, we know if it wasn't for the Lord. Come on, people. Don't come on here talking about, hey, you don't put no man. Okay, we got the Lord now, okay? Then we got Kathy because I got the job. No, we got my mama because she heard it. Then she told me to go up there. Then we got Kathy because she hired me.
Right.
We got Angel.
I remember that.
You said, girl, you could do that. Come on up there.
I knew that. I honestly thought that you were already doing it. Or because most people work in comedy clubs because they want to do comedy.
No, my mama said no. My mama called me while I was at beauty school and said, look, I just heard that it's a J-Side Comedy Club. They looking for waitress, and I know you need a job. And I asked my mom today. It's crazy. I asked my mom today, and she said, I just knew that you needed to be around that. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't even remember how she heard the commercial. I never even heard a commercial for hiring at the J-Spot. Like, so I don't even know how it all happened. Yeah. And then I went in there with Kathy, and I forgot who, I know his name is on the tip of my tongue. He's from the Virgin Islands. And he left for lunch and came back. And he said, you still here? He said, ooh, Kathy like you. He said, you probably going to be working here because she don't talk to nobody. So from that to you hosting that night, and it was slow, and you was just like, well, we must have had a staff come up here. IQ. You must have just had a staff come up here. Come on, I remember the bartender went up there and did some nasty jokes. I remember somebody in the kitchen, and then you was like, girl, go out. You can do this. Go on up there and go out there.
Yeah. But I really saw you as a comedian that you had, because you and Rochelle have amazing storytelling skills naturally. You're very personable. You're very likable. You know, Rochelle is a little bit more shy when it comes to a lot of people looking at her. She'd be like, I'm good. Like the audience is scary to her. But you were always cracking jokes. You were always, you know, making fun of stuff, memorizing people's orders, you know, kind of knowing what was going to be what. And that's the elements of comedy, that level of observation and an opinion about it. So I was like, Gina, come on up here. This is the time. And then a lot of times when especially when it's like a slow night at a club
Mhm.
and the audience is really kind of in there like, we here, but we ain't here.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, you just, and I'm guilty of sometimes giving them that same energy. It's like, I'm here too.
And you showed it because you said, I'm done. Now, we're going to bring somebody else. Where to stand at that?
Yeah, let me, and then sometimes then that's when I go in my mind and I go, let me think of some topics that I'm working on that I don't have any material about. I mean, like that's not developed, and let me just say some stuff. Wow. And I was like, how about this? You know, I was like, okay, that because in my mind, I'm doing my own thing. Yeah. But yeah, so you just gotta, you know, get on up there. And sometimes everybody always has a nudge, you know, when they want to follow their dreams, because you just sometimes get in your own way of thinking like, it's supposed to be like this, though. It's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to, and it's like, no, babe. Yep. Sometimes, sometimes it's just.
And you ain't never lied. I'm still thinking Barry Gordy gonna come and just hand me that card, and I'm gonna just do it for him one time in front of him, and then that's gone.
And you know what I remind people about that? The people at the top, look, they are lateral thinkers. They have people that they were in class with. They have their own people already. You got to reach out to your lateral group, because when this group right here start moving, you move with them. Like this, you go lateral, your cohort. Yeah. So you reach out to other influencers like yourself and collaborate. You don't have to collaborate with somebody with 1 million followers. They got a whole nother agenda that they have to be on because of where they are. And that's why you got to go to your next level and you sit down and you just pay attention who's on this floor. How many rooms on this floor? What are all the things I can play with on this floor? What all I can learn on this floor? Because when the floor moves, you don't move it. It moves you. You just know that I'm to the next level. Yeah. Kathy, that's very true. And Kathy, you know what? I'm going to get on you because it don't make no sense that Kathy don't have no comedy night. Kathy needs to produce her own comedy
her own show.
She knows way too many comedians. She's well respected in this craft.
Yeah, you are, Kathy, and you need to stop playing because she really, really is, Kathy, and she knows so much. Yeah,
you should definitely be having Kathy's comedy night, backyard boogie outside somewhere in Los
Angeles. With purple and gold decorations, because she a Laker fan. So we're gonna have purple and gold decorations and all the Kobe's and LeBron pictures and everybody hanging up.
Gina, read the room. Read the room, Gina. You know I'm a Celtics fan. Me and Kathy go back and forth on social media all the time. Look, you know she right. I know I'm right. Kathy, it don't make no sense that you don't have a night in Los Angeles. Like, it's too many on your own, not with somebody else. You have way too much respect in this game. You know you could call me and I will host it.
She does.
I don't care what your budget is.
She does.
You know you respect it when comics ain't asking for money.
Come on, Kathy. Come on, Kathy. You got some classes and homework to do too. Now I ain't the only one in this class. You got some homework, Kathy. You better Google and take a master class on how to start this room up.
Exactly. She knows she can do it. Kathy,
she can do it. She can do it. She knows so many people in her promotion and marketing. Come on, Kathy. Let's go.
And Angel, start small. Mm-hmm.
I mean, this didn't go. This is God's plan. Because this ain't the format. I
wasn't no regular. I wasn't no
no. I ain't got no moves. I ain't got no questions. No.
I got my outfits.
See, I got the movies ready to choose. See, this ain't even no.
I want my chit. Look, I want my Chit Chat experience. God damn it! I put in my money. I want my questions. I want to show my outfit. You ain't gonna cheat me with the Chit Chat.
No, I'm like, wait a minute. Well, I didn't get to do nothing. ever been on here 2 hours? Never. Never. Do you hear me? I don't care who's on here. I cut Rodney's ass at an hour. Well, all right now, you guys. Thank you. This has been another edition with Rodney Perry, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. But this has to be. I had no control.
No other way. Exactly. It was no other way. I could
There was
just
no
come
other.
back another time.
Yeah, no, we got no for real. Now we're gonna have to redo this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna redo this once I've done my master class and once I've got my headshots done.
Look, I get excited.
Okay. Once I have my new material written down and stop being so scary to even just write it down, we're gonna come back and commence, and we're gonna do the regular. Because I can't. I'm not. I can't ask you.
If you get your comedians together, because I know there's some comedians that you talk to on a regular basis, it's best for it to be somebody you trust, people that are in your circle that you like and you enjoy, and that's on your level, right? So you ask them, hey, who's interested in having a writing session so we can work on material together, punch up our stuff, and I will be more than happy to show up to give you kind of like the way to run the room so you can kind of know how to do it or what have you, and you commit to it and you make in your schedule every week it ain't long, it's an hour.
Wow.
You can do 30 minutes. So everybody, like, depending on how many people come, everybody gets 6 minutes, and then we literally have our pen and paper in our hand, and you go and you'll just talk it out like. So when I was doing my self-taping, a fly had on my nose and da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da-da, your time's up. And then I'll say, okay, Gina, I want to pitch to you that, give me more about the attitude you had when the fly got onto your nose and then da-da-da. Did the thing, this wasn't clear. Did you say the thing, da-da-da? Or people can give you ideas of funnier words. Some words.
Vocabulary.
Yes. Some words sound funnier, and then you'll learn how to structure and write so that you'll have a tight 5-minute late night set. Because what we do in urban clubs is not what they do on television. And you'll look at some of those sets and you'll be thinking to yourself, oh, but that's not funny. That wouldn't work at the club. Right. Because that's TV funny. Because there's a lot of topics you cannot say on TV. So not just curse words. Like, I didn't know, that joke I do about the kids in the classroom, I have a gun.
Yeah.
I can't do that on TV.
Really? Probably because of cheering and then the
guns.
Okay, and the guns, yeah.
If you have a joke about a certain brand, like say you got a Clorox joke. Okay. And Clorox is not one of their sponsors. They're sponsored by another.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't do that joke.
Wow.
It's a lot of words that PG-13, like you got to learn what is PG, what is PG-13. Like PG, you can't talk about spanking children. That's R-rated material. Wow. Yeah. So you'll learn like what it's like. So I have a sorority sister that I always run my stuff by, because she works, for Netflix. So as a writer, but all the writers kind of know what are certain things you can say and cannot say. You can't even mention certain types of liquor during PG sets. You could probably say wine or too much to drink, but you can't say things like tequila shots all night.
Henny.
And when I did Just for Laughs in 2017, you got to know that you got to write down your set verbatim. It has to get vetted, and you email it to them. And there's a person who's assigned to you, and they read your set word for word to comb it for any discrepancies. Yes. So when you're thinking of your material, that's why writing and being structured and being succinct and being precise and knowing what you're doing is important. Yeah, because you're going to get vetted. And I remember she called me to clarify, what was that joke I said? I cannot remember, but I got a call about it. And she was like, I just want to clarify, does this mean da da da? Yeah, because they get sued, these networks. They can get sued for stuff. So it's a lot to learn. So it was great because right before COVID, I submitted my set to go on Conan.
Okay.
And so the producer sent me back the notes, and it was shoot these jokes and send them back because you can't use these. Yeah. So if you've never written out your stuff and typed it and sent, so it's a whole nother level, right?
I'm like, I've never written it down, the whole set at all.
And have you ever seen another comedian's set written down verbatim?
No.
Okay, so you can Google that. Like Kevin Hart has a, if you look up Kevin Hart's set written out, or like, how would you say it? Like one of his specials, transcript. Say like laugh at my pain transcript. Because you got to know what comedy looks like on paper. Right now, you've been doing it auditory. You've been listening to it. And so every audience is different, and when you go to those levels, these are the audiences I have at corporate. Jeez, that's clever. That's what late night looks like too. But when you come from, no, he didn't. What he said, girl?
Yeah.
You think that's great. No, that's great in urban settings.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be what's going to happen at JFL.
Yeah.
So you want to like know how to, and then also when I went to JFL, I didn't realize most of the audience spoke French. English was their second language. Wow. So it took me, I had to slow down. One of the comedians was like, "It's your first time here?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, your set was really funny. Because I was like, I'm bombing. This ain't working. What's wrong? And I got nervous because no one was laughing. He was like, "You talking too fast."
Yeah, I've been told. Yeah, I've been told that. Yeah, I was told that in Trinidad too. Yeah.
What? He was like, "You talking too fast. These people are translating."
Yeah. So they trying to get it and laugh, and they gonna get it in the car. I guess they'll get it later.
Right.
They'll get it later.
I said, wow, I didn't even. And then so when I did my next night, it went a lot better because I slowed down. And these audiences like to laugh and enjoy your joke.
Enjoy that,
talking while they're laughing, because they'll stop because they don't want to miss what you're about to say. But in the hood, they'll keep laughing and just laugh louder as you keep talking. Yeah.
They don't even know what you said. It must be funny because I'm already laughing. So let me just keep it going.
Yeah. It's time for you to be on mainstream stuff. You can work both. I work both settings. Easy. I don't think one is better than the other. I just know how to do both, and it's fun because it's another way of being creative. And another thing is like with corporate comedy, you get paid more when the company wants you to write material about their company. So they send you like their bio and what they do and whatever. And they want you to make fun of. Can you make fun of Richard? But this is the stuff they give you. Make fun of Richard because he's an avid skier and he owns 2 houses. How the hell I'm
supposed to make fun of Richard's rich behind? I don't want to be with Richard. Where is Richard?
Exactly. But guess what comes in handy? Them doggone classes and learning formulas and joke structure. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this stuff is not natural to us. These, and then you got to say it in a way that he's not offended. He's not embarrassed. It's not below the belt. Right? And you got to keep it classy because you want to come back. And there's so many comedians that you still see that don't tell you they work corporate comedy. and they clean up their act, but they be all in the green room like they just the hoodies of the hood. If you don't get out of here with that polo shirt that you got on right now and your necktie over here.
Because I know what you was doing. I know what you did before you came here. Stop playing.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna like be honest with you. I'm talking about it's a very lucrative, like in corporate comedy, you can get $1,000 for 5 minutes.
We're about to talk on the phone because these people knowing too much. They knowing too much now. They knowing too much.
This. Yes. And just imagine what they get, like if you like Alonzo Bowden or if you like, comedians who are very established.
Right.
Yeah. So
because they got the budget now. I did hear that they have the budget for it.
And then there's people who only do corporate, just like there's people who only do church. There's people who only, so you get to carve out your comedy career the way you want it to look. I like working a lot of places, but I didn't realize that I'm a clean comedian only in urban settings. I am not clean in other settings because of my topics.
Wow.
Yeah, because like when I talk about my Latino parents, and they don't like when you play in the stereotypes because you can't offend groups. Now you can do your own group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could say, because I'm always late or something like that, but you can't do somebody else's group.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a lot that you gotta, and see when you don't know writing, then when they vet you and say that you can't say something, then you mentally won't have the ability to substitute out words. Yeah. So yeah, now I'm not saying all. Let me just be clear. Not all corporate events are 1,000. Sometimes they 500.
Right. Well, that's more than you getting in the urban room at times. So let's be clear.
For 5.
Yeah. See, let's be clear. You've done 45 minutes for $100, $150.
Yeah. And see, when you start learning the language and learning stuff, you'll know 5 minutes is 9 jokes.
Wow.
And so you can write your set list out. It's going to be about 9 jokes, depending on if you have any stories.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You're amazing, Angel. You are amazing.
Gracias.
I'm serious. You are amazing. And I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for just meeting you, even this conversation tonight. You really stirred it up, Angel. And I really, truly appreciate you from the bottom of my, like, you're going to have to see the finished product to really reap how much I appreciate you from the beginning to now.
And I don't want you to think that you're not supposed to call and ask questions. This is not, I'm doing this by myself. Angel told me I got to do by myself. You have questions, you text me. You call, I can send you somewhere, but the honest to God truth, when you start doing these classes, your village is going to open up because you're going to be introduced to more people. Like when you do the Kev on stage thing, you're going to start following the people he's telling you to follow, and then you'll find some. I mean, it's going to expand. It's just going to open up. So it's not going to be like, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, tell him okay. Thank you.
Hilarious.
Lord have mercy, I sure forgot.
They ain't even used to getting that long.
No, look, like, yes, Mom. Are you okay? Are you still live? Like, you're still live? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm telling you, girl, I'm talking about done.
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative, Angel.
I'm excited for you. And I think that, this is going to be so amazing to see you grow and to see how much you are going to challenge yourself, because you're going to be out your comfort zone. And, my mantra, you're going to get your own, or you can borrow this one. And my mantra every day is I give myself permission to be the new girl at all times. I give myself, I'm the new girl. I get to come on. When you're new on the job, you got to watch everybody. They got to you don't get to talk.
Yeah. You don't talk. You don't really fool with people on it. I'm just listening.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
And
you
watching, listening and watching.
And guess what? When you new on jobs, you make plenty of mistakes. You ring up the wrong thing. You have to do the thing. You didn't lock the thing. You didn't. And you celebrate, to me, I literally told Tammy Mack in the interview, I said, I look for failures. I count. If I had a lot of things I failed at, that's a good day. Like if I didn't take any risk, I'm like, okay, what's going on with me? Like I need to be like doing stuff wrong. Get used to doing stuff wrong. And then you'll see how many things you do right. And you're like, oh, I got to up this ante. I got to try stuff. And it was very scary getting into corporate because you're watching all these people, all these polished 5-minute sets. And it's boom. It's like a dance. And I'm coming off of, hey, how y'all feeling?
Y'all feeling better tonight. All right now, make some noise.
Hey, what y'all doing? Hey, I see you. And they coming like this. Give it up for so-and-so. Today was a great day. I was able to do this. And when I went to golfing, and then, yes. Okay, thank you. Good night.
Wow.
But I showed up and I learned and I watched and I took it. And then people gonna pull you aside. Somebody gonna pull you aside. And they just told me, this was a great joke. Just tighten it up. But I had taken classes, so I knew what that meant. That meant take out you got too many words in it. Tighten it up. Get to the point faster.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited for you because you're going to love learning. You're going to be up late. Hey, you're going to get bit by the bug.
I'm so excited, Angel. I can't even thank you enough. First, thank you for coming on. I don't know if this is Chit Chat in the Closet, but we've been chit chatting in the closet. It's not the normal format, but we have been chit chatting, and I have been in my closet.
But this is what should be funny. You know how we did the regular beginning? Then you should cut it and go listen, like just edit and go listen. I'm just gonna be in integrity with myself, but I'm gonna say this chit chat went 2 hours, and it was what I needed. And maybe you could just do a testimonial on this is what I've learned, and I will show y'all the rest of this later. But I mean, because you got to remember, we go through stuff for other people. We don't go through stuff for ourselves. We go through ourselves for other people so that we can tell other people that we've been through it. And that's what the scripture means when it says you overcome by the power of your testimony. The only reason why you're making it and you're living and you're lasting is because you heard somebody else. They made it, and they living, and they lasting. So you going through all of this because, Gina, there's going to be some comedians coming up under you. And this is going to be your responsibility to light them up and to tell them, get on stage. This happened to you because you got people scheduled in 5 years that you're going to have to do this for. And you're going to have to sit down and chit chat on their podcast and tell them, girl, is your Instagram monetized?
Did you know that it needs to be a business page?
Because then, you're going to find out your analytics. You're going to know like the percentage of your followers who are male, who are female. And that's how come I know who my followers are and what my material, who likes my material. So when somebody says, Angel, can I hire you to do a spring break college comedy show? The answer is no. That is not my demographic.
Right.
I don't have 21 to 25-year-olds following me.
Yeah.
All of mine are mostly women who are over 30, professionals, sorority people, church people. And then it tells me the time that they get on. So it lets me know when to post. Because, people just be posting all willy-nilly. It's times. It's schedules. Look, okay, all right, that's it.
All right, now you know what? I got too much doggone work to do already, and
well, I'm gonna pass that to Kev on stage because he's gonna get into you on all that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when you watch Kev on stage, let me prep you. Just give yourself permission to pause it and take it in.
Okay.
Okay. Don't watch it through and just get the bullets. Because this was my experience. Yes. Clear. He's still talking. Lord.
Revival, Lord, revival.
Just take it in. Breathe. Like Yana tells me all the time, breathe. Because you're going to get your chest tight. And just remind yourself, I'm always where I'm supposed to be. Because the inclination is going to be to either beat yourself up or be like, why didn't I know this? And that you can't know everything. Everything is always at a set and appointed time. Okay? So you're going to get it when you're supposed to get it. You don't get to rush the vision. Okay? So remind yourself that, like, okay, wow. But be so proud of yourself for what you did with the little you had. Because it's like the talented 10th, where some people had 1 coin and some people had 10, and they didn't do nothing with it. And you took your 5 nickels and
I rubbed them till I couldn't rub them no more.
You done created so much. Okay. You're gonna be very shocked, because what I'm excited about is you finding out what you have. Because you don't know what you have. And that's the exciting part for me.
Wow. Well, you will be the first to know.
Yes.
But I'm definitely calling. I'm definitely doing my homework this evening. And when I hit you with that update and them questions, just please be ready for me, because the storm it's stirring.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wake up tomorrow and be the same person that I was today.
Well, lastly, I want to cordially invite you to join the writers group that I have on Thursdays at 5:30 if you're available.
So that's 8:30 my time.
Are you on Chit Chat?
I'm on Chit Chat at 9.
Okay. So
because you said 5 o'clock your time, right?
5:30.
5:30 your time.
Mm-hmm.
So how long is it? Because did you get off early tonight to come on here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because you don't have to be on there long. However, what we can do is you come up with some times to run your own that you want to invite, and I can come to yours.
Okay.
Because it really don't matter. I mean, because my people rotate, or sometimes it just be me and another person, because they're working. They're working. Yeah. They may be booked.
Okay. But I still would like to drop in so that I can at least see and know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll see if maybe my time needs to change, because Thursdays are becoming a very popular night where
back
people
up. Yeah. Now that people are.
Yeah, I might have to go back to Sunday mornings.
Okay.
Yeah, because most people ain't doing that Sunday morning.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but sure, it's gonna be on. But you don't need to come to this until you at least kind of have in what you got going on, because you got a lot.
I got a lot. I ain't even gonna put my shoes back in this box. This is now my notepad, and it is what it is.
Take pictures of the box. You gotta take pictures of the box. That way, when you want to remember stuff, you can just have it in your phone, a picture. You can go back. You ain't got to.
That's true, because I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna take this with me. I'm not gonna take these Adidas with me. I'm not gonna take it with me.
Well, it has certainly been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on here.
Absolutely. Kathy, I love you too.
We love you, Kathy. Thank you for hanging on. Look, we did 2.5. This is crazy.
I know.
This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm so thankful. I love you so much. You will hear from me like very soon.
Okay.
And you guys y'all sleep, but it's okay. That's all right. This wasn't for nobody.
Just let it go. Don't do no ending.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, look. Remember when you was dating in 6th grade? You'd be like, on the count of 3, hang up. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2. Because I don't want. I love you. I love you. Okay, I want to love you a little more. Okay, I love you a little more. Okay, we're gonna hang up now because we gotta go to school. Okay, on the count of 3. 1.
Look, I'm 2. Ending the call, and then you end it with them. Bye, y'all.
Okay. And she really left quick too. Y'all, yeah, I don't got nothing else to say. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna cry again. This is crazy. Kathy, girl, you're gonna be sitting with us in the champagne room. You are Kathy, please, girl. You're gonna be sitting with us in the champagne room. We're gonna be telling these stories and the stories and the stories. Actually, we're gonna be sitting in your comedy club. We're gonna be sitting in Kathy Marie's comedy club discussing this night right here and the first night we met at Jay Anthony's Comedy Club. You guys, thank you. And yeah, I'm out. I don't even know what else to say. My life is changed. And watch out, suckers, because I'm coming.